up inside? What is going on, guys? You ready for some No Way Out 2003? Jesus Christ, how in the hell is this show 23 years old? That blows my mind. But we haven't done this one yet. We've done, I think, every No Way Out except this one, and I don't think we've done the first one in 1998. And we've done a couple of other. We've done some of the early 2000s ones, I guess, if my memory serves. And we even did St. Valentine's Day Massacre a couple of years ago, too. So looking at the February pay-per-views, this one kind of stands out. I don't remember much about it. I definitely ordered it. I remember the Hogan and Rock match. I remember the referee. I remember Sylvain Grenier. I remember the Steiner and Triple H stuff, and of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin makes his return on this show, and I remember that very fondly as well, but I don't recall ever going back and watching this show a second time. I'm pretty sure I own the VHS, and obviously I have my own copy from recording it off of pay-per-view, but I don't think I ever, popped this one back in again and watched it, so I remember very little. Ryan, in the chat when I was getting ready, he said, by the way, thank you for that $2 super chat earlier, a fun but cursed show. So I don't remember why it's cursed. Did people get hurt? And aside from the big three matches here that you see on the screen, I don't really know what else is on this card. I just thought No Way Out 2003 might be fun. And it has that Evanescence song. I cannot say it. I couldn't say it yesterday either. It's that one song that everybody loved so much. And that's kind of all I remember about it. And I do know it was in Montreal. That I do know. But this should be fun. This is ahead of WrestleMania 19, of course. This is going to take us into Hogan versus McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock and Triple H. We'll go into WrestleMania to defend against Booker T, and we all remember how that went. So this one's on tap for tonight. It's good to be back after a brutal Valentine's Day for me yesterday. We had to do the podcast very early. Then I went into work, and it was just absolute mayhem, but in a good way. So yesterday was very, very tiring. I've been looking forward to this just to kick back and relax and just hang out with you guys, watch some wrestling today. And we are about to be heading into WrestleMania season. So we're going to hit play here in just a second over here on Netflix. You guys want to find No Way Out 2003, pull it up over there. The runtime's pretty short. It's only 2 hours, 34 minutes, and 34 seconds according to Netflix. And that's kind of a short pay-per-view, so that's what we're going to be doing tonight. And this will be the end of February for the watch-alongs because I am going to be busy next Sunday, so there's not going to be a watch-along next Sunday because I've got a family dinner to go to, which means the Sunday after that, 2 weeks from now, when we return for another watch-along, it's going to be March. So I think what we want to do for March and through April, or basically March 1st all the way up until WrestleMania, is to do WrestleMania-related watch-alongs. So I already know what we're going to do 2 weeks from tonight. 2 weeks from tonight, March the 1st, we're going to watch WrestleMania 23. We have not watched that one yet. And then sometime after that, between then and WrestleMania this year, we will watch WrestleMania 1. So WrestleMania 1 and WrestleMania 23 are the two big ones we haven't gotten to yet, but we've watched 2 through 22. So we got to watch 1 and we have to watch 23. I think we've watched 24, 25. We haven't watched anything beyond that. I don't think we might have watched 28. So those are the two full WrestleMania shows we're going to be watching leading up to WrestleMania. But some of those other weeks, I think we want to do some vault type of stuff. Let's keep it all WrestleMania related, watch all the best main events, all the best Intercontinental title matches, anything like that. We'll come up with ideas to do for vault watch-alongs and just, kind of cherry pick fun WrestleMania moments to watch individually. And we'll do that throughout some of those weeks as well. And then, maybe we'll watch a WrestleMania 27 or some other shitty one we haven't gotten to yet. So that's going to kind of be the plan after this month. I'm sorry that we weren't here last week because of Super Bowl, and then we're not going to be here next week either because I have plans. So this will be the one. We got 2 No Way Outs done in February, and then March and April, it's going to be very, very WrestleMania heavy. So that's the plan, and we can discuss, what we can watch and what matches and stuff there in the chat as we go through here. So while you guys are pulling up your Netflix and all of that and getting it ready, let me just do a quick hello to everybody in the chat here, and then we'll get going on this show. And I'm looking forward to watching it because other than, like I said, the 3 matches there on the screen, I don't know the rest of the card. So it's all going to be new to me. Zane G's here. Good to see you. Garrett is here as well. Melissa, is in the house. Good to see Ryan Adams. Thank you for that $2. RGF91. What's up, man? Tatanani is here. We got Coco Anarchy. We are pro wrestling. First pay-per-view in Montreal since Survivor Series 97. Was it? Yeah, I guess it was. Shit, it took 6 years to get back there for a pay-per-view. That's crazy, man. Good to see Big Funds up in here. We got Rodrigo, Ricky Salvador, the Juliet. MJF is going to defend the AEW title in House of Glory against Zilla Fatu. Well, holy shit. That's pretty awesome. We've got We Are Pro Wrestling saying today was Wrestling Bios Reliving the War finale with WrestleMania 17. Okay, that's a great YouTube channel, by the way. They've been basically chronicling every week of the Monday Night Wars, I believe, and now they are up to the final there in 2001, the simulcast, I guess. It took them a lot of years to get through that. That's a milestone right there. Awesome. Mike Rouse is here. Ben Espinoza, David Brown. Good to see you. Jacob's in the house as well. Good to see Hass Song Game Programmer HT Terrell. What's up? Dominic Johnson. It's Robert. We've got Dominator, Zach Palgett. Trayvon Williams is here. Awesome. Good to see you guys. George Morris chiming in with the $5. Thanks, dude. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? How is Tito and Elizabeth? No Way Out, 03, 5 out of 10. What WrestleManias are left for us to watch? Yes, 23 for sure. I thought we did 25, but I guess not. So, yeah, I don't think we've done 25, 26, or 27, but I think we've done 28. We definitely haven't done 29. I don't think we ever will. So, yeah, I think all of those we haven't done. The ones that you listed there, none of which we've done. I think we'll definitely do 23. We're going to do that in 2 weeks. If we haven't done 25, we'll get to that. For some reason, I thought we did it, though. And 26, we could do. No interest in 27. And probably WrestleMania 30, now that it's 12 years old. We could maybe watch that one again. We did a watch-along of it, I think, the night of. Or no, maybe I did a review. I forgot if I did a watch-along or not. Don't remember. But, yeah, we'll get to those eventually. George, thanks for being there or being here as always. Fox Star Killer, thanks, bro. Happy Sunday. I've mentioned this before on this channel, but I did a short viewing project a while back going through the entire SmackDown portion of the road to WrestleMania 19. That's an interesting viewing project. I wouldn't even be able to tell you what's on that. That's awesome. Good to see Just Smitty. Daniel Clark is here as well. Andy Linnell, I see ya. We got to get through these shout-outs so we can start the show. Super Chat's piling in here. Dominator, thanks for the 5. We need a little more Greg singing Evanescence. I know, right? That was pretty good. Fox Stars got 5. This pay-per-view event and Royal Rumble 03 was part of that mini viewing project. Interesting. Let's see if I can recognize any other names I haven't gotten to yet. Blue Thunder, good to see ya. Just Smitty, I got you. Jose, I got you. Ryan Adams has got 10 for us. Kurt gets hurt on the show. Edge gets written off to go have neck surgery. Oh, Regal gets concussed, and then they discover he had a heart parasite from the recent tour before this pay-per-view. Ew. Okay, so Angle, that's right, because Angle is hurt going into 19. That's right. And then Edge, I forgot when he got written off TV, but I know he missed that whole year and didn't come back until after WrestleMania 20. And Regal has got heart parasites. Boy, it's a bad time to be in WWE, apparently, in February of 2003. All right, well, that does it for the shout-outs. You guys are probably ready for us to start the show. I know I am. Thank you for your patience there as we got all set up, but I think we can start with this event now. We are going to all hit play together, go 3, 2, 1, play. Once we do that, that timer right there begins to run. So if you experience any interruptions for any reason, we used to do this over on Peacock, so some people needed that. Over on Netflix, I don't know what your story is with your tiers and your advertisements. All I know is I've killed the ads on this video, so hopefully YouTube will not interrupt you at all. But either way, if you have any interruptions at all, that's what the timer is for. Just keep yourself synced up. The only problem, though, with Netflix, something that I've noticed, is unlike, Peacock and YouTube where it's got your timestamp down here, this one goes in reverse. So it's got the full time and then it counts down backwards. Unless there's a way to fix this in the settings, I don't know. So the timer isn't going to be as helpful as it used to be because it's really hard to tell exactly where you are based on the time bar there. So we might have to figure out some sort of a way to properly time this on Netflix or try to watch as many of these pay-per-views that are available on YouTube as possible, on WWE's Vault channel and whatnot. But either way, this should still be... we should still be able to follow along with the timer. But I am sorry about that. If we think we need to do a reverse one, and you see the timer at the far right there at the very end of the bar. It counts down from that. So if I need to set up the timer that way, I can do that. It's no problem. But then we'd have to set it for the exact time on each individual show, and that's going to be kind of a pain in the ass. Either way, hopefully the timer works and you guys can follow along. I'll have the volume up slightly so you can hear a little bit of audio there so you can try to match up as best you can. But regardless, let's just all try to hit play together so we are all synced up together, all right? That's the way we're doing it. All right, guys, I am ready to go with my fingers. If you guys are, we're going to go 3, 2, 1, play, okay? Here we go. All right, No Way Out 2003. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, we just jumped right into it here. Okay, the way this feels like to me is they have skipped the entire video package. And there's that song. All right, No Way Out 2003, quite the pyro, but they just jumped right into the arena shot here. So if there was some sort of a video package, they probably didn't play that because of that song. That's my guess. Is that Jonathan Coachman? So the Bell Center, that's the same place, right? That's the Air Canada Center, right? That's where the screw job happened, right? Oh, yeah, JR, I guess, is not doing the call for this. He's out there later, though, when Austin comes back. I know that. He's going out there going apeshit. Effervescence. Yes, there they are. Jericho. Still long-haired Jericho at this point. So he's going into WrestleMania 19. What does he do? Oh, he faces Shawn. That's right. I don't even know who Jericho wrestles here. No earthly clue. Okay, so this is 2003, so they're still doing Sunday Night Heat, I guess, and as the pre-show. How long did that keep going on for? Because every pay-per-view that I recorded, I included the Sunday Night Heat with it. So I would record everything. Oh, Jeff Hardy. Okay. Cool. Yep, it is Jeff. Chris Jericho versus Jeff Hardy one-on-one on pay-per-view. How many times have we gotten this? Oh, Jeff's wearing that weird paint. Oh, Shawn and Hardy teamed up on Raw. I wasn't sure if Shawn was super back in the ring, like wrestling on TV and shit. I guess he was. Well, I guess he was, yeah, because he won the World Heavyweight title. All right, Jericho and Jeff Hardy. Interesting. I mean, I'm hoping we still see Shawn here. Apparently, they were explaining on commentary that he's been banned from the building, so maybe he'll still make his presence known. But we do know we get Shawn and Jericho at WrestleMania. I mean, we had a very short span there of just about 1 or 2 months where Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin were both active wrestlers in the WWE after so many years after that WrestleMania 14 match. And Shawn was gone right after that. And then right when he came back, just a couple months before that was when Austin took his ball and went home. So Austin wins the title. Shawn leaves. Austin takes his ball and goes home. Shawn comes back. I mean, I had no idea at the time when Austin came back here that he was just coming up to set up his retirement angle. I'm like, cool, he's back. And now that he's back, you know, we got Shawn Michaels back in the ring. Goldberg's about to come in. All this exciting shit. And it was over before it felt like it even began with Austin's return. Oh, there's a blizzard in Montreal up here. Well, yeah, it's February of 2003. I was living in a three-bedroom, two-car garage house, little screened-in balcony, big backyard. Lived there with my roommate and my girlfriend at the time. And that's where I would have watched this show. I had one of those. I've talked about it before. You guys have seen the picture. Oh, I had that big box, big screen TV that I had from about 1998 till 2005, maybe 2006. Got rid of it and then graduated to the LEDs. I kind of wish I would have kept them. I brought them here, and then I took them to storage. I have all my archives, my big books. You know, those CD booklets you can buy. I've got a dozen of those, all filled with wrestling DVDs. And I wish I had them, because I'd pull up my No Way Outs. They're all nice and in order, and I can pull up the 2003. I need to re-rip a lot of that stuff anyway, because I lost some of it. Hey, fill me in. What does Jeff Hardy do at WrestleMania 19? What's his deal? Why don't I remember a match with him? Does he get hurt too? Or does he leave and go to TNA? When does he go to TNA? Yeah, I feel like Hardy might be on his way out. I feel like, right? I mean, I'm just trying to think. I can't think of a match he was in at WrestleMania 19. So he was either hurt or gone or suspended. Maybe it was a wellness violation. Yeah, because Matt had a match, right? Didn't Matt work with maybe Mysterio or something at 19? So what did Jeff do? Okay, so he's not in TNA for a whole nother year, but he is gone by April. So he does nothing at WrestleMania. He must have been in the doghouse or something. Okay, so he's released right after WrestleMania. What's up, Michael? This show aired on your 16th birthday. Went to a friend's house to watch this, woke up neighbors when we screamed when Austin's music hit. That's awesome. I don't know the date on this. Let's look up the date. I don't know your birthday. February 23rd. All right. Cool. Today is my baby sister, my youngest sister. Today is her 40th birthday, which is crazy. That's why I'm not going to be here next Sunday, because we're doing a big dinner. I have my mom is the 12th. My sister is the 15th today. My little niece is the 10th. And Elizabeth is the 19th of this month. So we're doing a big 4-way bash 1 week from tonight. That's why I'm not going to be here, because I got 4 birthdays to celebrate. It's a lot of presents. Wow, he wrestles The Rock on April 7th, and he's gone right after that? Holy shit. I'm surprised that he was healthy and he was just full-blown left-off mania, but Matt got a match and Jeff didn't? What the shit is that? Two. Poor Montreal. Took him forever to get this pay-per-view, man. Jesus. That's why I really want to see Sean here. Like, you can't ban Sean from the arena in the first show back here since the screw job. Sean's got to run out here. Maybe they booed him, or they banned him in storyline just to maybe save him from the crowd reaction to him. I mean, Screwjob was still only 5 years old at this point. It's not like it's super old. Oh. Oh, you graduated in 2003, huh? I'm class of 95. And I was 26 here? Well, I was 25. I turned 26 in a few months in 2003, a few months after this. Oh, 2. Up, Jericho's got the walls. Pro Jericho crowd here. I want to see Sean come out. I want to see the crowd's reaction to him. I love that I don't know if he shows up or not. Jesus. He really is. He's got the entire arsenal at his disposal. And now Jericho going up top. Watch it here. Jeff Hardy. Oh, my God. How much do I wish I was 25 again? Oh, yeah. Those were the days, man. I had my fun. Oh, swanton to Jericho. One thing I will never live with as an adult is looking back and having regrets that I didn't have enough fun when I was young. I did. I have no regrets there. Did Hardy just spit in Jericho's hair? I want to see a ref bump and then Jericho with the walls and then Shawn comes in and super kicks him. Oh. Reverse twist of fate. Missed. I don't like Jonathan Coachman on the call at all. He's awful. Oh. Yeah, these joint pay-per-views were always weird to me, the way they'd swap back and forth between the commentary teams. Jericho tried to cheat. Oh. Oh, he's going for a Rana, and Jericho just powerbombed him. Now he's going to put him in the walls. That might be it. Unless Shawn shows up. Yeah, tap out. All right. No Shawn. Yeah, I think Shawn would get booed here if he came out and kicked Chris Jericho or attacked him. I think he'd get booed. Oh, here we go. Maybe he's actually going to show up. Yeah. Yeah. There he is. He's getting booed, kind of? Look at his khaki pants. Or Christian here. Or corduroy, whatever they are. Is this the same building? Is this where they did the Shawn fake out with Hogan when Shawn acted like Brett was coming out? Was it here in Montreal? Unlike Raw, right? Ugh. Shawn, those tan pants, bro, they're awful. Don't ever wear those again. And a super kick to Christian. The crowd does not know who they want to chant or cheer for. They were kind of booing him at first, and now they're into it. But hearing that song again might bring back PTSD for some of these fans who might have been in the building that night. Look at that sight. That sight of Shawn just up there with the Montreal fans. It was good to have him back, man. Team Angle. I'm going to prepare you guys for tonight. Thank you, Kurt. Now, we're not in America. We're in Canada. And this country is filled with bitter and jealous people who have no Olympic heroes of their own. They don't have Olympic heroes in Canada, apparently. Of their own. They don't have any. But the point is, they may say you suck. But don't you listen to them. Because a bunch of Canadians who want to be French, they suck. You see, we're champions. Us. Not Benoit, not Edge, and not Lesnar. And I will be damned. I don't even know what the match is. Okay, there we go. That's the match. It's Angle, Haas and Benjamin versus Brock, Edge, and Benoit. All right.
Gentlemen, we will win. Now, I have an idea that's going to give us an early advantage. Now, listen.
Now listen up.
This is what we're going to do. Now, tonight when we go out there...
Now the camera cuts away. Damn, look at that frozen-ass limo. Was it Vince? Oh, it's Triple H. And Ric Flair. Damn, doing a... Oh, there's the Austin mobile. Doing a pay-per-view in Canada in February. That's risky, man. With the weather. All right, Rob Van Dam is here. I don't know who he's wrestling either. I thought that's the match we are getting. Kurt and Team Angle versus Brock, Edge, and Benoit. What did I miss there? Oh, unless Edge is written off here. So Edge, oh, okay. Edge probably doesn't work this match. He's written off. Rob Van Dam? Can you guys handle a double dose of Rob Van Dam? I hope so. Okay, are they partners here? Because Kane's about to be unmasked soon, right? All right, tag title shot for Rob Van Dam and Kane. Who are the tag champs? Dudleys? At this time. Oh, no. Oh, I was about to say, is it Lab Resistance? I don't even think they're here yet. Because the one guy debuts. It's the Regal and Lance Storm connection here. So something happens to Regal here. He gets, what, a heartworm or something? I kind of think that Kane and RVD are going to win here. Trying to think back in 2003, like what wrestling news sites I would have gone to. I was pretty simple with it. I just went to like onewrestling.com a lot. Are they still even going on? One Wrestling? We got a lot of ECW, WCW, and WWE representation here. Kane is classic WWE. I feel like Storm and RVD are more classic ECW, and Regal's classic WCW. Love it. And we got referee Nick Patrick. One of the most physically unappealing looking humans I've ever seen. I don't like him, never have. Yeah, T85. This is a big year for deaths. I remember going to a Raw later on in the year. I think it was like in October. And it was in Fayetteville. There was some sort of like, it was a night where there was some sort of like 2 IC title changes. I've asked you guys about this before, and you filled me in on what I saw. I just don't remember this story. I thought maybe Mark Henry was involved with Jericho, and I don't know what the fuck. I remember a cage match happening on that show, but it's all vague memories. But anyway, being at that Raw that night, they ran the video package, the death package for all of the people we had lost, and it was a lot. It was, you got to remember, too, it was Road Warrior Hawk, Kurt Hennig, Crash Holly, Miss Elizabeth, and I'm pretty sure Stu Hart as well. It was either Stu or Helen. We also lost. So 03 was crazy. Okay, so I missed the concussion right there. What happened? Fuck. He looks glassy as all hell. I missed what happened there. Will they show a replay? Yeah, Regal got his bell rung. You can see it written all over his face there. So Kane slammed him, but I didn't see what kind of slam it was. Damn, I'm pissed I missed that. Yeah, look at Regal. Did he come down face first on the mat? Is that what happened? He's holding his face and his nose. Oh, just a normal power slam? That's all it was? Scoop slam? That's it? Oh, here it is right here. Oh, he just landed funny. And so he'd be out for a year after this, both him and Edge? I had no idea that's where this injury happened. This is a cursed show. Holy shit. Regal's probably telling Lance, like, you're on your own here, pal. I love me some William Regal, too. I had no idea he was out for that long. Crazy that Austin's back here. The last time he was in this building, he was, or on a pay-per-view anyway, he was beating Owen Hart. About an hour before this screw job happened. It was a whole different universe at the beginning of Survivor Series compared to the end of Survivor Series that year in 1997. I mean, Regal is back in there, and he shouldn't be. I mean, I'm assuming we see a title change here. If we don't, they're going to have to forfeit these titles then, right? If this is Regal's last match for a year, they got to lose. Unless they weren't expecting him to, I mean, obviously they weren't expecting him to get injured here, so I guess if the plan is, if the finish was for them to retain, I guess they're going to have a tournament. Tag Regal. I'm so nervous for him being in there. Get out of that ring. And stop taking bumps, for crying out loud. Jesus. Stop landing on your head. You just had a concussion 10 minutes ago. Not even 5 minutes ago. For those of you who weren't here during the intro, 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to be missing next week because I've got family plans. But the week after that, 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to watch WrestleMania 23. And I believe that's going to be a 4-hour job there. So we could always start it an hour early, maybe. I'll let you, I'll maybe put up a poll and see, go an hour earlier or just keep it the same time? He wasn't there. Oh, God. Get Regal out of this ring. Kane with the big flying clothesline. Regal still bumping and moving. Jeez. He launched him. Damn, Regal. So if Regal was out for a year, was it because of the parasite? I don't remember this. Because it can't be because of the concussion, because they didn't give a shit about concussions back then, so he couldn't have been out for a year for that. Hour early? Yeah, probably the best way to do it. Yeah, we'll probably do a 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start on the 4-hour pay-per-views, which we never did before. But I think that's probably a good idea, so we're not keeping you guys all night. Because I'm on the West Coast, I'm flexible. I can go late, I can go early, whatever. Oh, Kane just chokeslammed RVD because his mask was jacked. Oh, no. Oh, and they retained, so that means they do have to forfeit the titles. What happens with the titles then? How do they crown new champs? Or does somebody just fill in for Regal? How does that? What happened? What happened, guys? I need to know now. Moondog Spot and the original Sheik also died in 03? Wow. I didn't know that. I remember the Moondogs growing up. They kind of spooked me a little bit. I remember thinking, like, because I was only like 8 maybe when they were kind of around, maybe 9. And I remember thinking they were like a legitimate tag team contender, but they weren't. Oh, look at Rob Van Dam's pissed. It's one of my biggest wrestling pet peeves. Although this was actually a choke slam, but I hate it when partners, you know, when they accidentally bump into each other or hit their partner by mistake and then they get all butthurt about it. I'm like, bitch, it's a tag team match. Shit happens, man. I mean, teams have broken up over this. Strike Force, WrestleMania 5. Simple mistake. Like, I work in a restaurant. You're constantly saying corner, behind, you know, as you're walking around. You know how many times I collide with people? You know, just do the thing where I'm like, you're really face-to-face with somebody. You bump into them, you know, you shoulder check someone. Like, that's a part of my job. I'm friends with these people. I'm not mad at them for bumping into me. It's okay. 10 pounds in 2 weeks? Matitude is a frame of mind. Hey, Jeff.
You know, if you weren't so wrapped up in your imagination,
Imagination.
to be a Matitude follower like you were for all those years past, then you probably wouldn't lose every match you're in these days. You ever thought about that?
Boy, brothers not getting along there, huh? Oh, we got a Billy Kidman match on No Way Out, huh? Billy Kidman and Hulk Hogan back on the same card. That's fun. Okay, Cruiserweight Championship. It's got to be Matt Hardy. I'm trying to think, who is his opponent going to be? Well, we just saw Matt backstage talking about this. So when I think of, oh, Michael Cole, no, I'm sorry. Michael Cole, we can't allow this. First of all, the facial hair. Dude. And then the rest of the ensemble is pretty fucking horrifying there, Michael Cole. Oh my God, he just looks horrible. Man, remember this internet? I do. Look how long it's taken to load. Look at that. What is this, 140p? Or no, what's half of 360? 160, 180p? Yeah, it's 180p. This is 180p. Man, I don't miss when the internet videos look like that, huh? Those media players. Oh, my God, the media players. Oh, man. 2003 tech, which at the time was, to me, was pretty high-tech shit. I was born in 1977, so I was alive for the rotary phone and the birth of the iPhone and everything in between. I went from 8-track to cassette to CD to iPod, and now iPods are even obsolete. I went from reel to reel. I have reel to reel home videos of me as a baby, into VHS tapes, into DVDs, and now it's all streaming and digital. I have seen it all. Back when you were a kid, boredom was just something you lived with. If you missed your TV show, if you missed your favorite TV show, it was gone forever. If you didn't watch it when it aired. You don't know when you're ever going to see that shit again. You know, so you were screwed. You just lived with those things. No GPS. You had to know where you're going when you're driving there. No texting. You just had to talk with friends and agree to meet places. Life was very simple, but when you think back and say it out loud, it sounds kind of complicated. It sounds kind of hard to do it without tech, but it was pretty easy. Every Friday night, I was at the mall with my friends. You know, every Friday. Never fails. One of my buddies went into a Tommy Hilfiger store and got busted trying to steal a shirt. And we ditched his ass. I wish it was those days again. Oh. Fucking Jimmy Corderas. First Nick Patrick, now Jimmy Corderas. Can we get a likable referee in the ring, please? Can you hook a brother up with a Timmy White or something? Come on. The very first DVD I ever owned was the Triple H DVD that came out in 2002, that white one. First DVD I ever bought. The first movie DVD I ever bought was Ocean's 11. And my roommate had a DVD player that he paid, are you ready for this? $600 for. He had a $600 DVD player. And you know what it did? Played DVDs. $600. You get a DVD player now for $4. Free shipping. Michael Cole, I don't want you to welcome me because I don't like what you're wearing. And I don't like your facial hair. I like nothing about what you're doing. So don't talk to me. Well, I have a feeling that we might see a title change here because I'm pretty sure Matt Hardy is Cruiserweight Champion at WrestleMania 19. So he must win the title here. But then again, I thought RVD and Kane were going to win the titles in the last match, and they didn't. Little MF-er, Shannon Moore. Shannon Moore, he was a Backstreet Boy, right, in WCW? What were they called? He was one of them. You tried to use the ropes after the 2 count. 3 count. Yeah, 3 count. I might have mentioned it before. I remember when the job I was working at the time, I worked with a girl whose first cousin's with Evan Courageous. And I remember her saying it just randomly one day, like, I didn't even bring up wrestling. She said something like, do you know anything about wrestling? I'm like, yeah, I actually kind of do. She goes, you know who Evan Courageous is? I'm like, yes, I do. And she goes, that's my cousin. I'm like, oh, cool. Tell him what's up. I was like, you know he's in a boy band, right? She goes, yeah. But that was in 2002, so WCW would have been closed up by then. So I don't know what Evan Courageous was doing in 2002. I'm sorry, it was 2001. Because he didn't come up. They didn't pick him up in the buyout, I don't think. Oh, I was just going to ask who the other one was. It was Helms. It was Shane Helms. So he's the only one that didn't get picked up? What did Evan Courageous do to piss off WWE? Kidman was always great. I remember in WCW when he came in and he was wrestling like in the white tank top and the jeans. It would, like, to me, when he was on their TV, he was WCW's 1, 2, 3 Kid. That's just the way I looked at him. Like when I would book fantasy cards in my head, I'm like, it's got to be Kidman and Kid. And they would end up having some matches, I think, in WWE. Maybe even WCW. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't remember. WWE for sure. Bianca via Instagram story, finger surgery tomorrow. Why hasn't she had the fucking finger surgery yet? They've been trying to heal it, and then now surgery is what they're resorting to? Or is she just putting that out there because she's going to have a surprise return? Well, if she's having finger surgery, maybe they're thinking she can be back by Mania. I don't know. I feel like she's going to have to be involved in some other way. Damn, that was a good drop kick by Kidman. Mattitude down. Come on, Mattitude. I'm surprised he didn't call it, like, why didn't he call it the Mattitude Era when he was doing this? Missed opportunity. Like, if Matt Hardy would have been a top star and he would have been the most popular star in the company, would go on to win their world titles, you'd have the Mattitude Era right after the Attitude Era. That would be fun. Those first, I don't know, those 5 or so fans in the second row there on the hard cam side, they are very, very much excited to be there. Oh, missed the shooting star. Come on, Matt. Twist of fate. Yes. Oh, that's going to be ball game. Matt's got to win the title here. No, roll him the other way, you idiot. Oh, that might be it anyway. Nope. Took too long to cover him. Oh, God, that's such a bump, man. Any bump like that in the corner is just brutal. Because a lot of fans don't know this. Only people like me who's really smart know this. But the edge of the ring there, they call it the apron. Oh, twist of fate. And it's the hardest part of that ring. It is, for real. And Matt Hardy with a top rope twist of fate there wins the Cruiserweight title. After that stiff back bump he took in the corner. Jesus, man. My age, it hurts to watch that. What, he can do what to a tornado? What's the opening lyric there? Well, he does what to a tornado? What's he doing to tornadoes? I never understood that word. Yeah, I can stop a tornado? Maybe maybe the word stop. What's he doing to a tornado? I don't know I don't know what he's doing. Oh, Edge. Oh no. Don't touch him. Talk to me, Edge. Stephanie's yelling. Was this at the hands of Angle and Team Angle? Cole, stop putting the camera on him. Look at his jacket and his turtleneck and his. Oh my God, what's happening? I mean, he traded the frosted tips for something that's, in my mind, worse. Taz, your hair is no picnic either. What the hell's wrong with both of you? God, the hair. What are you doing with the hair like that? Is that what people were doing in 2003? I guess so. I wasn't. It's just combed forward. I don't like any of that. I don't like the way people were dressing back then. I think we should remove 2003 from history. Oh, God. Undertaker and Big Show. Oh, he can slap a tornado. Now, why would you do that? You wouldn't be able to get close enough to one. You get hit by a piece of debris. You'd have debris right in the face. Remember in Twister, you had cows flying across the room? A cow would hit you in the face. You wouldn't even be able to slap a tornado because you'd be hit in the face with a cow. Matt Hardy doesn't know what he's talking about. Walking around here, slapping tornadoes. Like that's a thing. Oh, I'm going to go get a frosty cold one. I'll be right back. Big Evil. Do we have to hear... Guys, do we have to hear the song? I don't want to hear the song. I don't want to have to hear the song.
So for once in your life, Big Show, be a man and fight me. Excuse me, sir. The Big Show is not here tonight. However,
I don't want to hear the song. We've done it now. It's the dumbest fucking song. Oh, look at Spanky. Brian Kendrick always looked like he should have been like a Jackass guy or something. You know, he just has that look to him. What's up, Mike Witt? Thanks for dropping in that $10 for us. Happy Sunday, Greg and chat. Hope you're all doing good at work now. I was just curious how old Mark Henry Mae Young's hand would be. We just talked about this like 2 watch-alongs ago. Have a great night, everyone. I think we figured out the age. Because what did we just watch? We just watched something. I think the hand today would be about 25 or 26 years old. I think that's what we figured. I don't recall when she gave birth to the hand. Is this when Canyon comes out and sings Boy George? Oh, thank God. Okay, that's not it. Okay, soon to be 26. All right. Well. Oh, my God. One of my least favorite wrestling names and one of my least favorite wrestling theme songs. Big Show and Big Show theme song. I would have just called him Big Nasty right from the start. And I would have had him come out to some hard rock music, you know, or metal. Just some nasty metal. Well, something that doesn't make no sense. Sounds horrible. You know, like just loud-ass nastiness. Something like that. Well, it's the big... I'll get the fuck out of here with that. All the songs that they sang, big shows, and then even the Mr. Ass wasn't... The Mr. Ass was kind of funny, but the one, Billy Gunn, was horrible. And they had Undertaker's song with the singing. Oh, I was hoping we wouldn't get the lyrics. Sometimes you don't get the lyrics. Sometimes it's just the instrumental, which isn't as bad. But this is just a stupid song. I hate it. I guess we're long past the days of Limp Bizkit, right? That's already ran its course anyway. Yeah, because he's been using this bullshit since '02 when he was champ, I think. Cheap shot. Ugh. Yeah, ride your little motorbike around. It's very manly. We all know. I'm listening to the song and I'm acting like it's really good. How many times you got to drive around the ring? There, stop. Jesus. Fucking ring around the rosy bullshit. Get in there. He's the big dog? The big dog is in his yard, huh? What year is this? Oh, no. He's going after him. I will say Taker's in phenomenal shape here. He's going to be... He'll what? He'll do this for a few more months, right? And then he'll go into Survivor Series, right? We watched that. And he will lose that Buried Alive match to Vince. And then he will return as the dead man by the time we would get to the next WrestleMania. This WrestleMania here, he's going to be in that match they changed up. It's supposed to be him and Nathan Jones against Big Show and someone, right? And then he just beat him in a handicap match. You better start growing that hair out, Undertaker. It's still quite short. God, man, this match is just all kinds of ugly. This is bowling shoe tendencies. Yeah, showing A-Train. I wasn't sure if Morgan was involved in that yet, who I always liked. I was always a fan of Matt Morgan. Remember the first time I saw him, I was like, oh dear, he's going to be a big deal. And he wasn't. That was your own fault, Undertaker. You scared little Brian Hebner away, and then Big Show punched him in the face with a chair. We had a couple in last night. Last night, Valentine's Day was so nuts. A couple, young couple, probably their mid-20s, and he was tall. And one of my busboys just flat out asked him, he goes, how tall are you, bro? And he said 7'2". Holy shit. I was too busy to ask him, like, what he did. I'm like, all right, what sport do you play? Because whenever, like a super tall woman will come in, like, if she's taller than me, I have two questions for her. Volleyball or basketball? And I was like, volleyball or basketball? What'd you play? And often it's volleyball. It's volleyball more often than it's basketball. So does that mean it's a handicap later? What happens with Brock and Benoit? What does Benoit do at WrestleMania? Why can't I think of him and nothing either? He's not injured too, is he? What does Benoit do at WrestleMania 19? Why can't I think of a match that has him in it? Why can't I think of a Benoit match? Is he involved in like a multi-man tag or something? Because at this point, the IC title was defunct, right? Or gone, and there was no U.S. title either, I don't think. Okay, tag title match with Rhino. Okay, so they chucked him in the tag match. Yeah, that sucks. I guess that's why I don't remember. But we watched 19. We watched it a few years ago, back at the old house. I love that I don't remember something, yet a video of me reacting to what I don't remember exists on YouTube. Isn't that funny? That's how it is. I don't remember anything about that. I'm like, well, you recorded a reaction to it. Big Evil. I like Booger Red. That's my favorite.
inside leg. Undertaker out of it. No, he just rolls out a near fall. But again, Paul Heyman's still confident. See, this is something that Undertaker's mastered for years. When he gets in there with small, hot people, he lets the man
Did I just get a like from Chumbawamba? You never know.
Big Show is a massive monster. Okay, you know what? You make a great point. It's funny, but how much more can the Undertaker take from this 500-pounder? I mean, the Undertaker is human. I mean, Big Show's beating the hell out of him. Undertaker may, if that is a strategy, he may have
Brian Hebner is doing it too. I guess I do remember that. That was the style. It was real popular in the South. That Brian Hebner haircut. A lot of like white boys who listen to rap music had that haircut. You know, Eminem had it. It's kind of like gelled and it's really short on the sides and then it's just kind of straight in front. Now it's the opposite. You know, it would be shaved on the sides and then it's got to be all big and poofy up top or whatever the guys are doing now. But yeah, back then that weird combing forward thing was real weird. Oh, Taker's busted open. Look at Hebner bouncing around. He's a funny little guy with a weird haircut. Brian Hebner looks like a guy who has a girlfriend named Crystal. Does he not? Guys like that have girlfriends named Crystal. Or Tammy. Tammy's another good one. Yeah, Montreal's loving.
He's going to need a huge adrenaline rush to get back into this matchup. Big Show is held his way with the Undertaker. Undertaker saying, "Come on, bring it on, big boy." There is no quit of the Undertaker. Big Show just told Undertaker lay down. Undertaker lay down and take the Big Show. Undertaker exploding. A one hand though by the Big Show. Roars the Undertaker again. But again, Undertaker to his feet. He's up. He's up. But Big Show just has to raise you to hurt you. And Big Show is hitting big punches on the Undertaker. Here comes Biggie. The Undertaker with the rights and the lefts. Vintage Undertaker. Undertaker came to fight. Throwing hands. The Undertaker chases the referee. Exploding.
They are giving Undertaker and Big Show way too much time. Let's wrap it up. Let's get a choke slam or something here. What's happening? Who wins this? Does Big Show win? Because something's got to lead to the match at WrestleMania. So if Taker just beats Big Show here, why even do the match at WrestleMania?
Not even a bunch. Not even close. Big Show blocked it. And that could be that last gasp breath of adrenaline the Undertaker had. Undertaker's low back's got to be filled up with lactic acid.
Just Smitty, they claim JR was injured on Raw the previous week, but he's out there later on for the Austin thing. So I think they did something on TV where Bischoff beat him up or something. I don't know. Is he going old school? All right, so you old schooled him. Can we choke slam him and pin him here? That would be nice. But I still don't know if it's going to be that simple because I don't know why you're going to do the WrestleMania match if you just straight beat the dude. Are we going to get some run-ins here from Nathan Jones or Albert? Or A-Train or whatever? Oh, low blow. Low blow behind the official's back. One second. Coming. Had to let Tito in. Come on, buddy. Snake eyes to Taker. A snaker to Taker. I'm watching my Obama tweet blow up. I'm probably going to get some hate. What is he doing? What is that? What was Big Show trying to do there by picking him up? Big Show's out. Big Show's out. Look, already. Oh, no. I feel like Big Show's got to win this. I don't know why you're going to do the WrestleMania match. Big Show's on a... I mean, Big Show won the title at Survivor Series and held it for, what, a day and a half? There's A-Train. Oh, he's so hairy. Oh, here comes Taker. He's going to dive. Can still go. Oh, God. Oh, he completely missed. He missed both of them. Undertaker dove over the top rope and landed right on the floor. Look at this. Watch this. I don't think they caught him. Okay, they caught him a little bit. That's not as bad as I thought. Okay, A-Train did get him a bit. I thought Taker came straight down untouched. All right. A-Train broke his fall a little bit. The other camera angle looked like the opposite. I remember going to a wrestling show with my dad, and I did the thing before Undertaker did it, and then Undertaker did it, and then my dad looked at me going like, how the fuck did you know he was going to do that? He was blown away. I was like, I watch a lot of wrestling, Dad. Oh, Hell's Gate. He wasn't really using it yet, was he? Was he using the Hell's Gate yet? He doesn't have it in very good. Oh, like, yeah, you can get pinned that way, too. Yeah, it was close to the bump from Mania 25. That's right. Very, very similar. And he takes him out. All right. So why do we do the match at Mania then? Like, what a stupid match for The Undertaker to do. He just chokes out and submits Big Show, basically just beats him in a fight straight up. Big Show had Paul Heyman and A-Train out there. Undertaker still beat his ass. So why in the world are you doing a match at WrestleMania? So stupid. I guess it was just maybe intended to be a showcase for Nathan Jones, but they pulled him. So, my God. I mean, when it comes to just pointless Taker matches, I think 19 is the biggest one. I know we didn't like Gonzalez's match, but I wouldn't call it pointless. That was a big deal when it came together at the Rumble and when Gonzalez debuted. But in terms of just the most pointless, like, who gives a fuck match, this has got to be it. Because 20 was significant, 21, maybe 22. The casket match with Mark Henry. Again, pointless. Not as bad as this. But I don't think anybody was going into WrestleMania 22 that year in 2006 thinking like, oh yeah, Henry's going to break the streak. No. Ugh. A-Train is there. Okay. You know, I'm going to go 11 Bundy. I think 11 and 19 are the two worst Undertaker WrestleMania matches, are the two dumbest. I'd throw the Hell in the Cell with the Boss Man in there, too. I was there for that one. Yo, shout out to Spartan Sprinkles showing up. Good to see you, man. Glad you're here. Happy Sunday to everybody.
Undertaker just a phenomenal athleticism right there. And then right here, A-Train coming out of nowhere with just a rail off. Driving the Hitman to the mat.
Undertaker gets his revenge on the Big Show. A-Train does the damage. You are looking into the eyes of a man who will not forget. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've been informed that this happened just moments ago.
Medical technicians.
We believe was knocked down in an ambush.
I'll take care of Edge. Oh, I bet you will, Stephanie. That was moments ago, but Brian Hebner was there helping him, but Brian Hebner was also the ref in the match. Look at these two. Jesus Christ. You got Q and Annan over here. Fucking A. Have you ever seen two bigger tools in one place at one time? Not me. Oh, Vince is here. So Bischoff is not too worried because he thinks he can do whatever he wants, and Vince is probably going to tell him, no, you can't. You're going to face Austin by yourself, and if anybody interferes, you're fired or something. Something like that. Do I have that right? Let's listen. Your karate demonstration. Little Cobra Kai Bischoff.
I see the toughest SOB in the history of the WWE, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus 8th degree world champion, Karate King, Eric Bischoff.
Like, in a fight here in 2003, I think, karate or not, I think Vince would kick Bischoff's ass. Like, I don't think it would be a contest. I think Vince would just rip his head off. I don't think Bischoff has that killer instinct like Vince does.
I do mean anyone. I'll fire their ass on the spot.
Yep, I had a feeling you were going to say that, Vince.
No way out.
Is Shane on this pay-per-view? I don't think the money comes. No. I don't think the money comes. No. Sometimes the money comes. You'll know it when it does. Who cares? Even if Morley could interfere, what's he going to do?
I know you're loving this. I'm loving life right now. Stone Cold Steve.
Jonathan Coachman, I hate the way you're sitting. I don't like your face either.
Well, don't make a belt out of a rattlesnake until you're sure it's dead. And the rattlesnake ain't dead, Eric Bischoff. Oh, this is going to be great tonight. All right, now let's send him back to ringside. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is now a 2-on-3 handicap tag team match.
Oh, 2-on-3. I feel like there's a lot of matches on this pay-per-view. We haven't even gotten to the three big ones yet. I assume those are the three left because this is only a 2.5-hour pay-per-view here. And from what I remember, I think the Triple H and Scott Steiner match is a much better outing than what they had at the Royal Rumble. That was awful. We watched the Royal Rumble a few years back, too. Royal Rumble 2003. I don't know when we'd watch that. I meant to actually, what I'm going to do in my spare time, I am going to make a spreadsheet. Because up until now, I've kind of been able to remember most of the watch-alongs we've done, but now I'm not sure. I just go by memory. I'm like, oh, I remember doing a thumbnail for that. We definitely did it or whatever. But I'm going to write down all the ones we've done, and that way it's much easier to find the ones we haven't done and start coming up with recommendations. I got to get that organized. We've been doing watch-alongs for like 4 years now. So we've knocked a lot out. All right, here comes Benoit. Toothless aggression. I guess Nancy liked the look. I guess she was cool with it. I didn't know if he was like Mick Foley. Mick Foley would put his teeth in. I think Benoit was just like, fuck it. I'm from Canada. We all look like this. That's not a knock. You guys like hockey. You guys take pucks to the mouth. You're going to be missing some teeth. Here comes the pain. All right, my God. Brock was a physical specimen.
We are indeed on the road to WrestleMania. So many superstars jockeying for position, but someone who does not have to jockey for position.
Michael Cole.
As it stands now, Lesnar has a date with Angle for the WWE title at WrestleMania. I find this pretty strange right here. That Team Angle along with Kurt Angle would get out of the ring as 3 and A and do a Lesnar. I'm sorry, Lesnar and Benoit. Kurt Angle's he's the captain of the team. He's got this thing under control, I guess. Of course. Tell you what, Cole, I was gonna fight 3 guys. I wouldn't mind having either Lesnar on my side or Benoit. There's 2 very, very tough men right there. You saw what Brock Lesnar indeed.
And this is the match, apparently, where Angle gets injured? Now I want to keep an eye out. I missed the Regal injury earlier on.
Lesnar had to run the gauntlet, and the matchup never happened. But now another time right here by Chris Benoit and Shelton Benjamin, teammate of Brock Lesnar, University of Minnesota. 1, 2, 3. WrestleMania is March 30th at Safeco Field in Seattle. Nonetheless, it's Lesnar and Angle scheduled to go one-on-one. I get the booking sheets, Cole. I know the date.
I get the booking sheets.
Shelton Benjamin going to work on Chris Benoit and the Rabbit Wolverine, taking Benjamin down. You mentioned Shelton Benjamin, the All-American from the University of Minnesota. But Chris Benoit, you cannot take the Rabbit Wolverine.
The fucking talent. Like the pro wrestling talent in this ring. And Haas is not even, he's no slouch. But my God, this is Angle and Benoit and Brock and Benjamin. Oh my.
Kurt Angle said earlier on, Team Angle needed an early advantage. Perhaps that early advantage was an attack on Edge. Charlie Haas in there right now, beating on the back of the head and neck area of Chris Benoit. And Charlie Haas, Chris Benoit has a score to settle with Haas invested as well. Look out. Benoit losing to Team Angle in the #1 contenders matchup for the tag team titles, thanks to Kurt Angle. Look at how fast Chris Benoit is. Just a tactician at ring, but man, here comes Brock Lesnar. The pace just picked up. Here comes the power. I was going to say, you want to talk about fast. The 295-pounder is like a linebacker.
Young Brock is scary. Brock is still a beast. Look how, I mean, he was so fast in these days too. Like, you watch him back in 02 and 03 like this, and you just see how like quick and agile and, I mean, he had Brock Lesnar strength with Braun Breaker speed and like agility and the ability to, you know, turn on a dime and be so. Calling an Angle. He picked up Benjamin like he was 4. A walking gorilla and 2 Canucks. Taz is like from New York, which is like right next to Canada. He doesn't know what a Canuck is. People in South Texas shouldn't know what a Canuck is, but Taz should. Oh, God, what a super kick by Benji. You saw the Brock's face skin mush in when he hit it too. Jesus. Zach, my boy, what's up, man? Appreciate the $5. This could be the most iconic pay-per-view theme of all time. If not, what is? I think we all know what is, Zach. I might hate the band. I might never have been a fan of them. Well, I guess it wasn't the theme song. Was My Way by Limp Bizkit the theme song of WrestleMania 17, or just the theme song of Austin and Rock? Because if it's the whole pay-per-view, then I got to go My Way by Limp Bizkit. Other than that, a song that's the theme for the whole show? God, I don't remember these days anymore. I can probably think of one, though, that I really, really, really liked. This one, I guess, is up there. I guess I liked Evanescence. I still can't say it. Evanescence. Okay, I can say it. I could not say it yesterday. Like, I think I only knew, like, they had a couple of hits, right? It wasn't just this one. They had another one. Maybe another one. I probably heard all those, but I didn't have the album or nothing. I don't know what they ever did or if they're still around. Oh, yeah, Drowning Pool, Bodies for SummerSlam 2001. The only thing I didn't like about that, I liked the song was okay, but I didn't like the video package for SummerSlam that year in 2001 because they just took footage from like a house show, like a dark house show. And it was just like, or they went to a dark arena and filmed the spots in the ring. I think that's what it was. And it just didn't look good. It just looked like there was no crowd. It just had a weird look to it. And that was the vibe they were going for. I just didn't like it. I'm like, why are they showing this in-ring footage in the dark? It just looked weird. I hope that's not where Angle got injured. Angle's holding his collarbone more than his neck. Benoit. You know, I'll give you an underrated one that probably nobody mentions. And I think it's a WWE in-house produced theme. It's WrestleMania 2000, the theme that would wind up being Teddy Long's theme. Ooh, California. Because I live in California. Yeah, Benoit going off. I kind of like that one. They would recycle it for Teddy. I think Rodney Mack, too. Hat-trick on the suplexes. Canada loves Benoit. Boy, Benoit and Taker both had the throat slash. Wow. That was a Brody King sleeper right there. Brock flies Vince McMahon at St. Valentine's Day Massacre style off the apron. Oh, yeah, End is here. That's a good one. Did he get his shoulder up? Benoit barely moved. Anybody know? So Charlie Haas, he was with Jackie Gata, right? Who I always thought was smoking hot. I always thought she was badass. And I'm not even a huge fan of the big fake ones, you know. But like she was awesome. They're still together, right? I'm pretty sure they had a happy marriage and maybe a family. I hope everything's good there. But I don't know. They might have broken up 20 years ago, and I don't know. But I'm hoping that they're happy and they're still together. I don't think they used my sacrifice for a pay-per-view, though, just Smitty. I think that was just random video package they did. I did not like Creed either, to be honest. I think even Jesus hated Creed. Oh. I know the Creed guy was in a sex tape with Kid Rock, right? I'm watching Angle here closely because I feel like if this is where he gets hurt. How did they do it back in 2003? It was already known here that Brock was going to challenge Angle, right? Because Brock won the Rumble. Even in those days, they let you pick, right? Did Brock get to pick since he won the Rumble? Too bad, Shelton. Oh. So we got Brock and Benjamin are still two actives here. One in WWE, one in AEW. Heyman too, I guess. Heyman's in WWE, but he's never really been active, but he's still there on TV. Angle doesn't do much these days. Neither does Haas. I don't know what Kyoto's doing. Hopefully still under the sink, washing off that horrible dye job there. God, he just tossed Angle. God, look at him just, man. This is a fucking gorilla for real. God, Brock is just destroying. All right. Angle seemed to be fine on that spill over the top rope. Nope. God, I miss these days, man. Just watching Brock go off and Benoit and Angle chain wrestle while Heyman's on the outside screaming. Benjamin's running around out there. F5. Oh, Haas is tap into the crossface. Wow, I didn't even see him in the crossface there. Man, I loved a lot about that. That's some talent in that ring right there. Jesus. If you're a fan of in-ring pro wrestling, holy crap. Benoit, Shelty, Angle, Brock. The LaBelle lock. Go Benoit. Oh, no. Amazes me how the Triple H I thought was like so out of shape in 2002 because he was kind of injured. He was wearing like the long boys. Or no, that would be later on this year. And it was crazy how they did that pose down thing, you know, and he's all just ripped and everything. This is February. If you fast forward March, April, May, June, July, August to September, we're talking 6-7 months-ish. You fast forward to that, and he has all of his definition is gone. He was either off the juice or just couldn't work out at all. But even if you can't work it out at all, even for 7 months, if you're that jacked, you'll still stay jacked. But such a drastic change in how he looked physically in 2003. And I think it was mostly due to his injury. He's not cleared. I hated Steiner's run. I didn't like Scott Steiner. I didn't like the big Papa Pump character. Never cared about him. Even when he was in WCW, I cared. I could give less than a shit about him. Like, I just didn't like anything about him. I loved the Steiner brothers. I liked them as a tag team. I liked Scotty when he was less freaky looking. But the character, you know, I didn't really find that edgy. I mean, it was edgy, but it was like, I don't know, forced edgy. Or it's just hard to describe. I just didn't. It didn't feel authentic. And I don't think that it was a character that would ever work in WWE. I just thought by the time he came in, almost 2 years had gone by the time the buyout happened. And I'm like, the match we just saw, this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. That match consisted of Brock and Benoit, Shelton Benjamin, Kurt Angle. You know, you've got Rob Van Dam, Chris Jericho, Jeff Hardy. You got guys like that in the company that can work. Brock Lesnar and these amazing wrestlers. Booker T is there. What is Steiner going to bring? And then his first big match, they thrust him right into a title program with Triple H, and they shit the bed at the Royal Rumble. And I was like, all of my past feelings were validated in that match. I'm like, I knew this guy wasn't going to do shit in the company. He just isn't good enough to be here. Sorry, Scott. I didn't think you were. Now I got to turn this down. I don't want this Evanescence. See, I'm learning. Song to be picked up. I haven't even listened to this song probably since this pay-per-view. I should pull it up. I'll rock it in the car. Sometimes when I'm heading home from work, and I'll just have my music on shuffle or something, and an interesting song comes up, I'll take a picture of it and tweet it a lot. I'm like, oh, here's an old favorite or whatever, so maybe I'll rock some Evanescence. Yeah, I was never a fan. I was actually flipping back and forth the night that he cut that really weird promo on Nitro where he mentioned like Stone Cold. I had just flipped over. As a matter of fact, in my recordings, I think you can see me flipping over there. And he mentioned that about Austin. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? I just thought they were getting so desperate, so pathetic. And, you know, he was an edgy character who said edgy shit on the mic for the Attitude Era. Of course, he had the two hot, you know, chicks with him. So that all fit into the time period just fine. I got my freaks and blah, blah, blah. He's got his nursery rhymes. He had his catchphrases just like The Rock did, just like Austin did. So he had that formula. But to me as a fan, I was never... Big Papa Pump wasn't in my top 200 wrestlers, and I mean that honestly. If I were to rank my favorites back in these days, you know, like when he was big in 99, 2000, whatever, I ranked all my favorite wrestlers. I mean, if he cracks the top 200, he's going to be like 180 or something. He's so far down the line. But I would have put him in my top 50 when he was one half of the Steiner brothers. And he wasn't even a singles wrestler back then. He was a tag team wrestler, and I would have put him in the top 50 singles wrestlers in the world, you know, if you would have just fast forwarded 6 years, 7 years, 8 years prior to that. But as this character, completely unappealing to me. And Steiner, you know, he didn't stick around too long either in the company, and part of that, I think, primarily was because of this feud that started so quick. The minute he got there, he was feuding with Triple H. Triple H is like, let me beat this WCW guy. I mean, I feel like he just went to Vince and like, let me squash him. Let's bury him. You know, he comes into the company, he's there for 1 month, and then he loses 2 straight pay-per-view title matches to the champion. You know, so then you're just going to be knocked down, you know, a notch instead of like, you know, working your way up. You're starting at the top and then working your way down. And then he was just involved in dumb shit for the rest of his time there. The stupid shit he did with Test and Stacy Keibler and all that crap. He did nothing. Biggest waste of money that WWE has ever spent. They could have just not brought him in and nothing would have changed in WWE history. We would have gotten a better title match at Royal Rumble 2003. We wouldn't have had this match, but who cares? And you wouldn't have had to spend it. You would have saved the money. He did nothing for business, you know? Now, this exact match would have happened, I don't know, maybe in 1994 or 1993 when Hunter was just kind of starting. It would be a completely different story. Scott Steiner would eat him for lunch. But Triple H was better in every category to me than Scott Steiner. And I don't even like Triple H. Well, I praised Barack Obama on Twitter, and I'm averaging about... Well, I've gotten 2,000 likes since I brought this up 30 minutes ago. That could be a good or a bad thing. He was at the All-Star game trolling fucking Reggie Miller because he's from Chicago, and he's like, man, I used to love it when the Bulls just beat up on the Pacers. Just trolling them, just being cool, funny, sense of humor, down to earth. I was like, that's so great, so refreshing. I miss presidents who could complete a sentence. The last two haven't been very good at that. I love it. I love this crowd. Shout out to Montreal. They know. They're just like me. Me and Montreal, we're simpatico. We feel the same way about Scott Steiner. He fucking sucks. Look at him. He drops his little elbow. I hated the way he did that. It had the peak to it. Like, it's so freaky. I'm like, what are you on, horse steroids? Jesus Christ. Got that weird thing with your arm where it comes up like a peak, and then he's got that Kofi Kingston chest. Like, he is just a mess. His physique in like 1993 or 2 was perfect. He was a big guy, jacked, but he was still athletic, you know. He was limited. The bigger his muscles got, the less mobile he got. Tear off his knee brace. Oh. He kicked Triple H's leg out, but he fell too. He fell on his ass. He's just unstable on his feet. He just looks so wonky in there. They're chanting Steiner sucks, and I love it. I love it. Hey, you know what I just realized? Are we going to get to experience The Rock's heel theme tonight? Oh, I'm excited for that. That's probably the next match, right? Or no, that's probably the main event. I'm sorry. Austin and Bischoff is next. Oh, here comes Steiner coming after Flair. Steiner does not like Ric Flair in real life. Nope, he got him. These two guys both competed on the final Nitro. Takes out Flair. Boo. I love the crowd booing him. Canada rules. I'll be right back. By the way, it's Sunday, pajama check. Yo got him on, right? That's the rules. God. I think another thing that helped this match be perceived better than the Rumble match is, number one, it was, but also the crowd. Crowd made it fun. Fuck, I forgot to get... I went to go get a frosty beverage. I forgot it. One second. Left it sitting right over there. I don't have any more. This is my favorite beer. I like these 805s. They're easy to drink, very low alcohol. But I don't have any left, so there's a Pacifico in there. I'll drink one of these guys. crazy how many years went in between Hebner reffing a Scott Steiner match, because he probably wrestled or reffed a bunch when they were there as the Steiners in the 90s, and they left 10 years earlier. So it went about 10 years, 8 to 10 years in between reffing a Steiner match. Yeah, Coach has not changed too much, has he? With his pipes, they're about the same. Oh. Now, Triple H wants to get DQ'd. Why? He can beat Scott Steiner. What does Steiner do at WrestleMania? Oh, he just shoved. Damn. Triple H and Earl have always had their problems. This spot they're doing here with the shoving, this is the spot that would lead Jericho to winning the title very briefly on Raw back in '99. That's something they were doing ever since Triple H was the Blue Blood character. You go back and watch like 95 through 97, you will see the two of them doing that. Or maybe 96, 97. Belly to belly. And that's another reason why I had trouble accepting Scott at the time when he came in, is because Brock was there. Brock and Angle were there. What the fuck is this guy going to give me when I've got Brock and Angle? I don't need him. You know, it was like that. Just useless. Sorry, I'm just burying Scott Steiner. I don't know why. I'm just trying to tell you how I felt at the time as a fan. I don't have anything against him. It's just how I felt at the time. That was kind of like an Angle slam, I guess. There's an awful lot of setup. Oh, that was terrible, 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 terrible. You guys all suck. You guys all suck. Scott Steiner, you have a weird belly button on top of everything else. So just everything's bad right now. And Flair's going like this, like they can see him. But they somehow always see him. Here comes Randy. I've got my slacks and my dress shirt on. I look like I'm a fucking restaurant manager. Up here comes Batista, the other restaurant manager. He wrestles. He manages the cigar bar across the street because he's got his buttons undone. There we go. Yep. His little punches suck. His little punches. Little Scott Steiner punches. All right, so there's a lot of evolution out there. Steiner's got to deal with a lot of them. Orton's in slacks. Jesus. God. Fans are completely silent for Steiner just completely disposing of all of Evolution. They're being ejected. And now Triple H uses the belt. Now Earl's going to come back and Triple H. I love the boos that those near fall spots are supposed to generate. Cheers. Fucking Bizarro land, but in a good way. A good kind of Bizarro. There's the pedigree. That's definitely it. You ain't kicking out of that. Yes. I would have been offended. I would have been offended if Steiner would have won the title. In the talent pool that he's swimming in, he's not good enough. Evolution. Evolution. Here comes Bischoff. No, they're all trolling there. Look at they're all hanging out. Test. Hi, Stacy. Dreamer, Al Snow. Of course, you're definitely there, Al Snow. Maven, I think. Lillian, Ray, and Hurricane. Who else was there? Okay, here comes Bischoff's execute. Look at his little karate. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Bischoff? And we had not even seen Stone Cold, right? All they had done is tell us that he's coming back. So you're fired. Okay, so Vince has already threatened to fire Bischoff 8 months into his run. Oh, there's Shane. Maybe the money does come. Somebody asked if the money was coming. I said no. Maybe it does come. Austin was out there in more than his black trunks and black boots. As a matter of fact, he wasn't always wearing black trunks and black boots when he was in WCW, so Bischoff is a fucking idiot. Or Austin's lying about that story, one or the other. But Stunning Steve had more stuff going on. He would often wear white boots, I believe. His trunks would often be black, yes. But he would be in white boots a lot. He had a vest, too, then, right? Long blonde hair. He wasn't that bland. He was stunning. He would come out in a robe sometimes. Didn't graduate to the vest, I don't think, until the Hollywood Blonde started. But he was out there in a robe looking good. What's Bischoff talking about? Your black trunks and your black boots. It's actually Austin telling that story, so I think Austin is just fibbing a little bit. You're fired. It's not Jim Ross. Guaranteed.
As of this moment, I give you your new general manager, Eric Bischoff. As a condition of employment, Eric Bischoff, at No Way Out, you will be competing in a match. So then in one corner, it's going to be Eric Bischoff. In the other corner, Stone Cold Steve.
So the whole thing happened from, that's how it came to be, is as Vince was just threatening to fire Bischoff unless he turned Raw around, and then he's going to, okay, I'm going to re-sign Austin. And then Vince is about to fire him, and then JR's like, no, he's coming. And so that saves Bischoff's job, but then Vince makes Bischoff face Austin. And this is why Bischoff, or at least the Bischoff character, was an absolute idiot. Because if he's got to face Austin at the pay-per-view, why in the world would you want to viciously, along with Sean Morley, beat up your best friend? Or his best friend? Like, the cinder block. Oh my God, those cinder blocks, man. I love that Bischoff did to JR exactly what Austin did to JR. Right after Austin turned heel at WrestleMania 17, they did a deal in Oklahoma on SmackDown where Austin just beat the shit out of JR to try to get him that heat. Because they weren't sure if Austin was going to be over as a heel because fans loved him too much. So one of the first things they did was have him put it to JR. He's out here. JR gets very excited for this one. Shh. The announce desk way up there, kind of like on stage, was kind of weird to me. WCW did that, but it was one of the Bischoff implementations. I love Bischoff's walking out there knowing he's going to get murdered. I didn't like his song, his singing in his song either. Yeah, nobody in the building wants to see that, Bischoff. Yeah. And we have not seen him since early June, I think, right? Of 2002. It was good to see him again. I was happy he was back. I had no earthly idea that he was not really going to be back. I mean, it was one of the most disappointing, turns and twists of events that I've ever experienced as a wrestling fan. Austin is back. Sweet. The most over guy in the history of fucking pro wrestling is back. That's good for WWE. Can't wait to see all the people he's going to work with now. And then he's just retired in a month, and then they do this stupid co-GM storyline. And the four-wheeler and the sheriff and, so awful. And then by the following year, after WrestleMania 20, shortly after that, I think he'd be gone again. Because there's nothing for him to do. There we go. Spear! Austin just flattens Bischoff. I mean, you don't know, like, Austin's beating him. Is this for revenge for WCW from several years earlier when Austin got fired? Austin, those jorts are fucking skin tight on him. Like, if it's a match, I don't know why he was just not out there in his gear. He looks to be in great shape here, too. Like, he was jacked. That's why this didn't really feel like an Austin match either, because he's not out there in his like regular gear. So we just had I was so happy to see him back, but we didn't just really get him. We didn't get him. Right here, he's back up. No, he's not. Such a disappointment, man. Bischoff raked Austin's eyes and then kicked him. Bischoff's trying to leave. Oof. Ugh. Little vitamin C. Oh, he's into the Montreal humanoids. Austin is over in any country. They were backwards on the Triple H and Steiner stuff. And the Jericho and Hardy stuff, too. But here they're right on with Austin. Oh, stunner. Oh, he ate it. Fans love it. He's going to lift him up, right? Oh, he kicked out. Eric Bischoff kicked out. Holy shit. What resilience on the part of Eric Bischoff. Wow, he kicked out again. Man, props to Bischoff. He took that stunner and was able to reach down deep inside and kick out. Oh. Wow, Bischoff, I mean, I don't think Austin is really the toughest SOB anymore. I think it's Bischoff being able to survive all these stunners and somehow still to want to continue fighting is amazing. Yeah. I was like, please do it one more time. Look at JR standing up. Oh, Torrie Wilson is there too. Jesus, Stone Cold. JR. I love they have the talent. They have to keep cheering in between cuts. I mean, he didn't lose any popularity. I mean, not a ton of time went by. It was only, 8 months or so? But feel it. Look at it, JR. Straight up orgasmic here. Yes, I agree. Eric sells the stunner much better than Vince. He takes it. And when he takes it, it looks like it hurts. Yeah, Bischoff, that second one that he took looked really gnarly, too. Like, it must have hurt. Vince takes it. He looks like a cat puking when he takes it. Just terrible. Terrible body convulsion. Back in the WWE. He was probably only there in the WWE for about, 2 weeks before he took his ball and went home? How long between when they changed from WWF to WWE and when he left was it? Like, it was probably just a matter of weeks. Somewhere in between May and June there. Of 2002. That is kind of interesting that Austin wrestled McMahon and Bischoff both on the February pay-per-views. That's kind of funny. And one was a main event, the other was semi-main. How crazy is that?
You never know what you're going to see at WrestleMania. Last year at WrestleMania, we saw The Rock get a
Hey, buddy. What's up down there? All right, Rock and Hogan 2. This one actually does main event. A lot of people feel like it should have main evented WrestleMania 18. Did not. So this one will. This is 2 different characters than the previous year. Brock is now Hollywood Rock with the heel theme, I think, and Hogan is not NWO Hogan. He's red and yellow Hogan with the Hogan theme. So this is a very different match than it was 11 months earlier at WrestleMania 18. I remember watching this night, and one thing I didn't like about whatever finish they do is that you knew something was up, because I watched wrestling all the time. I knew who all the referees were, and you come out to this match, and who's this fucking guy? Number one, it's a referee I don't recognize, and number two, he's jacked. It was way too obvious that something's going to, whatever finish they do is going to involve him. So that's one thing I didn't like about it, is I thought it was predictable as all hell. I don't know if he's the actual referee for this match or if he comes out to replace a referee after a ref bump. Either way, Sylvain Grenier or whatever his name is, it was way too obvious that they were using him in the finish of the match. So basically the entire time he was out there, that's what I was expecting to see. And all those Hulkamaniacs. The Rock. Yeah, so The Rock left after getting beat by Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, and he was booed in that match. And so the next time we saw him on TV, he's got the attitude. Shaved head. talking smack.
WrestleMania that you became popular again. You called The Rock a rock a jabroni? Are you gonna apologize to The Rock? Yes or no? Hell no. Whoop-de-doo. Look at me, Hulk Hogan. Maybe don't remember last year's WrestleMania, the biggest matchup of all time. It's gonna happen again, the biggest rematch of all time this Sunday.
Humongous change.
Just whoop that ass so bad you don't remember. The Rock remembers. May The Rock will talk in your language. How about this? Oh, let me tell you something, brother. Whoa, Hogan. I didn't mean anything I was saying.
You guys were friends.
Let's electrify this Sunday like I know.
And then Hogan actually shakes his hand, which was dumb. Oh, and Rock spits at him.
Anytime, any place, one more time, brother.
Rock versus Hogan 2. I can't believe we're watching this. Oh, yes. I love the Rock's heel theme from back in these days. That helicopter shot, that's a recycled shot. They used that. They filmed that when they did that Monday Night Raw intro in like 95 when they were all on the roof of the headquarters. I'm pretty sure that's where that shot comes from. I think they used it for a DX video too. They really like that helicopter shot. Yeah, this one here, I swear they've used that a few times. But I think it was originally from when they shot that. We Are Pro Wrestling. You can check my math on that. But I think that's from the Raw intro taping. And they only used it for, it sucked. They spent a ton of money on it, flew everybody in to do the shit, set the ring up on the roof and did everything there, shot it. And I think they only used the intro for a few months and scrapped it. It was stupid. It's cooking. Here he comes. I didn't know it has all the if you smells in it. I didn't know it did that. La, 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 la. Oh, Rock just talks over this whole thing? I barely remember that. If you smell. So we have not seen him in the ring since SummerSlam 2002. Am I right? He's been on TV, in the ring, on the mic, setting everything up here with Hogan. But I don't think we've seen him in the ring since the Brock match, right? And then I think what they do like a battle royal on Raw, right? And it's down to him and Booker. And Booker eliminates him, and I think that's what gives Booker T the title shot at WrestleMania against Triple H, I think. But I like the way they rekindled that because they had the whole rivalry in 2001 during the invasion, and Rock, Booker T was the Rock's own personal bitch through that whole thing. So it was nice to see Booker get one over on the Rock, only to be shit canned at WrestleMania by Triple H. Because in Triple H's words, people like him don't win world championships. Wasn't that fun?
The Rock gave the people a choice last week. He told the people to decide, and based on the way The Rock's been acting lately, I believe the people made their choice loud and clear.
Oh, that's the next night on Raw, huh? That match is the Battle Royals the next night? Nope. I hate this. I thought maybe he was using Real American, but he's still on Hendrix, which of course they're not using. It's so bad. Listen to it. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, my God. Like, if Vomit were a song, like, this would be it. This might be worse than the Ravishing Rick Rude theme, WWE theme that they've dumbed over for some reason, even though it's their own fucking music. I thought that was hideous. This might be the worst thing I've ever heard. Ugh. I just wish everything was in its original raw form. That's why I'm glad I have an extensive video library of my own with all this shit intact with the original themes and stuff, but we can't use that for watch-alongs because we have to be able to follow along, and I'm the only one that has it. So unless I uploaded it somewhere, I guess I could do that. That would be a pain in the ass. One thing I can do, though, now that I've noticed, and I've started on Patreon, a couple videos are up over the holidays. I got more coming. But I can react to shows and show the footage on Patreon. So basically, I could take this whole pay-per-view we're watching here, put the footage up next to me, and throw it up on Patreon. So that is, I am able to do that. But, so I could react to some of my own shit, but it would have to be a recorded video and thrown up over there. It wouldn't be like a live thing. All right, that song's over. I'm glad. That was horrible. I was kind of thinking Hogan was using Real American, but I guess he wouldn't use Real American until when? I guess when he came back in 2005 at WrestleMania? Oh, no. He would use it during as Mr. America, right? He would use it as Mr. America here. That would be happening soon. Yeah, I can see the crowd being pretty pro-Hogan, most likely. Return match, Hogan and Rock. Let's see if this one is any good. I don't remember anything about it. Hogan, I thought, was so far past his prime by this point anyway, but he still was having pay-per-view matches, man. Rock goes, what, 2-0 against Hogan? Hogan never beat The Rock. I don't like Hogan's WCW theme because to me it was just them trying to recreate what he did in WWE. Just make a knockoff version of their theme. I thought it was lame. I mean, it brings back memories. It's got a nostalgic feel to it. But by that point, when Hogan got to WCW, I was like 17, 18. I was starting to look at wrestling a little bit differently, and I did not like Hogan. And to me, what WCW was doing was so lame and obvious. You know, just signing up all the 80s stars, you know, and trying to recreate some pseudo 80s era in their own company. It just wasn't going to work. That shit was tired. That shit had already been done. They didn't have any ideas of their own. It was annoying. But with that being said, they couldn't use the Rick Derringer song. So Hogan had to come out to some theme, so they had to make one. So Oh. Sylvan ref the Mysterio match on Heat. I might remember that because I'm sure I watched the Sunday Night Heat. All I know is the night of this event, I noticed him. I was like, it does not look right. And so I might have noticed him earlier on, but when he was the referee in this match, this is a main event match. This is where you're going to see your Nick Patrick or your Earl Hebner. And so you got this fucker, and you're like, who is he? You know, it was just too obvious. I mean, to a fan like me who'd been watching all the time and was older, you know, if you're 9, you're not going to fucking know. But when you pay attention to everything like I did, I recognized that shit right away. I'm like, who's this guy? I was like, well, whatever the kind of finish they're going to do here, it's going to involve him. He's going to be a paid-off referee or something like that. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, that was a very early rock bottom, too, to be able to deliver one that early. Hogan's not going to get beat by that. So Rock is putting Hogan's bandana on. Now he has his belt. Rock looks hilarious. The bandana is so red that it looks like it's been digitally added to the Rock's head. Yeah, have a little water. No, it takes out the Rock. Oh. Yeah, you could tell they were building to Vince and Hogan, too. There's Rock's DDT and a nip-up. Very sharp. Also, another thing, too, I remember about at this time is that we, as a wrestling fan, we had long since seen the writing on the wall. So even The Rock was back. I knew he wasn't back. I knew he was just back for Mania, and he'd be gone right after that. So we were starting to lose The Rock. So for me as a fan, I'm 25 years old, loving WWE, and I get heartbroken 2 years in a row. Austin and Rock, do you realize that Steve Austin and Rock left the WWE together in 2 consecutive years? I mean, essentially, you know, because in 2002... Well, Rock left in 2001 to do Mummy, and then he came back. And then after 2002, or after WrestleMania 18, Austin takes his ball and goes home in June. Rock then comes back early after he had left after WrestleMania, only to win the title, lose to Brock, and then leave. So in 2002, Austin and Rock kind of both left. And then in 2003, it happens again. They both come back at the same event in No Way Out 2003, and they're both gone after the same event. Rock would stick around a little longer. He'd work Backlash against Goldberg, but then he'd be gone until the next year's WrestleMania. So knowing that Rock was here but not here, and then learning the following month after WrestleMania that Austin was leaving, I was tired of being heartbroken. Like, how the fuck is Hogan here and Rock and Austin aren't? It's just so weird. So weird to me. All right, Hogan has been in the sharpshooter before. Brett's put him in it.
say it again. Pure strength. Those are the two words I was trying to spit out.
And Rock up to the apron. Cannot believe that Hogan broke the sharpshooter. But how much damage was done as you see Hogan limping over here? Comes the Rock. Watch out. It's Hogan with a clothesline.
What's Rock doing? Clapping and dancing? Look at Hogan stumbling. It is interesting. Didn't put this together either until just now. But both Rock and Hogan matches both took place in Canada. Never thought about that. And both times it feels like the crowd is pro Hogan. They were pro Hogan when he was a heel against The Rock, and they're pro Hogan when he's a face against The Rock. It does not matter. Canada is pro Hogan. I am a real Canadian. Fight for the rights of every Canuck. Yeah, you can tell right now with that little bit there. Like, I knew this guy wasn't to be trusted. I think this is Daniel LaRusso's opponent in the third Karate Kid. I knew he was sketchy, man. This is Mike Barnes. Fucking Mike Barnes is the referee here. Spiny. It still is Michael Cole. Take your turtleneck off. Right to the heart. It didn't hit him on the heart. He hit him on the forearm. The elbow never lands. He kind of hits him on like his side. Like that elbow never lands. Up, Hogan's hulking up. Uh-oh. Rock, you're not going to go down to this. You survived it at WrestleMania 18. Boom. Big boot to the face. Oh, lights went out. I kind of forgot how the finish even goes down here. Why couldn't the referee still count 3 on that? Oh, now the referee's down. So Rock was beat by Hogan's leg drop. Lights went out. Vince is like, "Who turned the lights off?" Look, he's like, "I didn't do it." You screwed Brett chant loud in Montreal. Vince is out here. Man. Walking in front of this crowd at 5 years later. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, yeah. Passed the chair right to The Rock. Paid off dirty referee. Oh, damn. He took that, too. Is he blading? Yep. Hogan just right there. Just blading right in plain sight. Yeah, the referee. Who would have known? No, it doesn't. I'm assuming the ref's going to get right up and count. Boom. Hogan took it pretty good for 2003. He's an old man. Look, miraculously up. 2. Screw job in Montreal. I love that Vince has screwed Hogan and Brett in the same building. And Vince and The Rock, they had their issues too. Now this little sumbitch right here is going to go start a tag team called La Resistance with some other little sweet cheeks bastard. Maxine Dupree or whatnot. La Resistance. I like how his collar's up like it's 1984. Did Hogan not recognize that there's some rando ref? Like, who the fuck are you? Hogan wasn't immediately suspicious about working a match with a referee he's never seen. Hogan's been in the business for 30 years at this point or whatever, and he doesn't know this guy? Uh-oh. And here is your WrestleMania match. So when we start doing, like on a couple of these weeks leading up to the WrestleMania, a couple of these Sundays, we're definitely going to do WrestleMania compilation match watch-alongs. We'll definitely watch this one. We'll try to do it like categorically maybe, like all the best IC matches, all the best main events, all the best attraction matches. And that's where this match would fall in, I think, as an attraction match. Vince has got his Hogan shirt on. Brother sucks. Vince was in shape. So Vince is probably 56 or 57 here. So he's about 8 years older than I am. What a way to set up WrestleMania 19 for those two. All right. Well, we watched No Way Out 2003. All right, that's another one in the books. We have not watched No Way Out 1998 yet, so I think we will be probably doing that next year. But in terms of what we do next, like I said, we're going to be missing next week because I've got 4 birthdays I need to celebrate with my family next Sunday, so I'll be busy doing that. And after that, 2 weeks from tonight, we will be back with WrestleMania 23. I think that's what we're going to do. And then the weeks after that, following that, I'm going to set up some compilation watch-alongs. I'll put some posts up on YouTube for the members and whatnot to start suggesting matches, and we'll put it on the list. And we'll start knocking out some WrestleMania compilations into WrestleMania season and try to have fun on Sundays doing that stuff. But in 2 weeks, we'll be back here to watch WrestleMania 23. That's one we haven't done yet. And I'm looking forward to that. So not sure what to expect tomorrow. I don't have a Raw review planned because I'm not expecting much, but I'll wait and see what they have advertised because nothing's advertised. So tomorrow afternoon, they'll advertise a bunch of shit for Raw. If it looks good, we'll come up and do a review. last week we did a watch along. I suppose we could do another one, but maybe a review would be better if anything happens. And because I haven't talked about Grand Slam yet either, which there's not too much to discuss there, but there are things to talk about. So, yeah, I'll be up here at some point. It will not be Saturday the next time you see me. We'll probably be up here tomorrow night, I think, for Raw. Yeah, I think we will. We kind of need to. Even if Raw is kind of lackluster, I feel like we should come up here and catch up on some stuff. So plan for that tomorrow. And usually WWE doesn't even let us know what matches we're going to see until just a couple hours before the show goes live. So I won't know what kind of thumbnail to put up until we know what we're going to see on the show. So once WWE tells us, I'll post a link for you and expect to see us tomorrow night after Raw for at least a quick little review. So that'll be the plan. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. It was fun. Sorry we're missing next week, but I'm going to start formulating our plans for WrestleMania season because we're going to make the most out of these Sundays. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Thanks for always being here and hanging out. I appreciate it, and I'll be talking to y'all real soon. Peace.